Hi, this is Paul Ezzy from Boris FX, and today I'm going to show you some of the new presets that are available to you from Ice Cream Factory for Boris Graffiti in Corel Video Studio. So I've got a timeline here that took my personal favorites from this new set of 60 animated text presets from Ice Cream Factory. And as I scrub through my timeline, you can see that we've got a wide diversity of effects here, everything from simple blur effects to warps to 3D text. So a lot of cool things to play with in this new package. Okay, so I'm going to start by loading a blank version of this timeline and actually just apply the presets so you can see them from scratch. Alright, so nothing up my sleeve here, right? If I can scrub a little better. There we go. Alright, so all you have to do is apply Boris Graffiti and load these presets. Now the way Graffiti works, it's actually a standalone application. So when you launch it, you may get all these windows here, or depending on your settings, you may actually just get this window. And conveniently enough, this window is showing you all of the presets or projects that are included in Boris Graffiti. So it ships with a lot of built-in presets, but Ice Cream Factory went above and beyond and made these 60 text animation presets just for you. So you've got a lot of particle effects here. Notice I can click on these and get a preview in the window, an animated preview. If I deselect and come back, all the thumbnails are actually animated, so you can preview them all at once if you have no time to spare. But it's usually better to look at them one at a time and actually think about which one is best for you. A lot of different styles, a lot of different effects. Like I said, 60. They're all right here, and they cover pretty much every kind of text transition you might need. So I'm going to focus on the ones that I liked. I like these colorized glow transitions. They have two flavors, the red and the blue, to save time for the most common burn colors. I went with the red one here. And here's the trick. If you're in this template mode and you just need to change text, you can just type in some new text here, like, time lapse, can't spell, is fun, and then hit the insert text button. Okay, now I've got my own text in this preview window here, and I'll just apply it. And there it is. So I didn't have to go into the host, I didn't have to change anything, I just selected the preset I wanted, and there it is. Couldn't be easier. Okay, so let's apply another instance of Boris Graffiti here, and let's change some things. Let's customize it a little further this time. So I know which one I want to use. I want to use focus in and out, but I want to make changes. So I'm going to go back into that advanced mode you saw here. So there's my preset. You can see it applied, but I want to change the text. So I'm going to double click, just say, again, we are time lapse. I think that's a grammatical sentence. And now that I've got my text here, watch this. I'm just going to select the text, and then I get a fill option. So I'm going to turn the fill on, select a blue, make sure this is keyframed to be linear, go down to the end of my timeline, and make it like a dark red, as in like, sunset. So now it's animated color on my text. Alright, I think it's, I don't know, I think that's the moon. I don't think it's the sun, but it's kind of hard to tell from the footage. And back into Corel, you can see the effect in the timeline. Easy. Okay, let's do another one. So here's some cool footage of waves. Gonna go back in, customize it again. This time I'm just going to use another preset. I'm not really going to make any changes to the effect, but I am going to change the style of the text in the preset. So I want the ripple effect. Again, see it there? And there's a lot of cool wave effects too. It was hard for me to choose which one was best suited for this footage, but I like this one. Okay, so I don't want to save settings. Don't worry about that. Just usually choose now. It'll be what you want. And the only thing I want to change here is the text. So now that I've got this text, let me show you a little bit of Graffiti's really good text editor. So it's got a drop shadow. I want to turn that off. I want to turn on a border instead. Nice soft border. Update. See? That's what I want. And I can change the fill color from here too. Let's actually grab something from the background. Update that. Oh, that looks really good. I did not think it was going to look that good, so I'm going to stick with that. I don't want to push my luck. And there it is. Okay, moving on. So again, I'm going to apply graffiti, customize it, and this time I have the kind of stretch in effect. So that's called grow in and out typing. So we got it here. Now that's a really fun thing. I really like that kind of bulge effect that the text does. It's actually done using a type on text animation. So the way I got it to change color in the earlier timeline is actually I duplicated this whole track. And then in the bottom one, I just changed the fill to have a different color. That looks nice. And then going back into this top one, again selecting the text, this is set to be always visible, but it's also set to have no fade. So if I change the fade to 0, then we get some of the transition in the color. That looks really cool, but I gotta deselect this too. And that we get our kind of color transition effect. Okay, that's all there was to that. And then the last one, the 3D text. Always a fun way to put an eye-catching effect to use extruded text in your project. Okay, library browser, we have a lot of extruded text presets in this set here. Some of them are colored already, some give you the option to put in your own color however you want. So I'm going to start with this one, gold fly on off. And you'll notice that the default look is definitely different than the one I ended up with. So to customize this, I'm going to go into the track extrusion tab. First of all, I'm going to change the bevels to convex. I'm going to take the bevels down, and I'm going to bring the extrusion down. And I'm going to change the material. So it's set to 4, I'm going to change it to 1. Okay, now I only have to worry about changing one material. And I'm going to go into the middle and increase the reflectivity. I'm going to go all the way. Notice it created a keyframe when I did that. I think it looks better on this particular preset when the reflectiveness is animated. And then I create a reflection map. It actually pulls your background video by default, so you don't have to do anything other than click that button. And you can see a really cool reflection appearing on the text. I also did change the font, maybe choose something a little bit more interesting than Arial. I think I used something with an M. I don't know, let's try Franklin. That'll do. There we go. And apply it back. And now we have 3D text in Corel. Alright, so that was a very, very quick look at just a handful of the new presets available from Ice Cream Factory. Now you can purchase these from our website, and that's at borisfx.com.